The jumping spider. I had just finished flicking the last smashed ant into the sink when I first saw it. Down in the bottom near the drain opening was a jumping spider. It had the usual features of a jumping spider. Small beady eyes, hairy legs, and a tint of orange on its abdomen. It was actually quite beautiful, and I took a few more seconds to study it further. It moved away from the drain opening in a jerky, nervous manner. I eyed the handle for the faucet to wash the dead ants away but stopped knowing I'd probably kill the spider then too. And I didn't want to do that because I like spiders. Always have. I turned and started to walk away when I heard a voice call out. From behind me. "Thank you." It was strong yet not intimidating at all. I said hello out loud, not really knowing what to expect. "Down here." The voice sounded like it came from right in front of me. I looked around a bit until I saw movement from the counter in front of me. There sitting near the edge was the same jumping spider, tall tail, orange spot and all. "Here." It was at that moment the reality of what was happening hit me. This tiny spider was speaking to me. It sat there in place, watching me with its even tinier black eyes. I did the only thing that made sense at the time. "You can speak to me?" It took a few seconds for it to respond. "I have the ability, yes. And it's because of what you did. You showed me kindness and spared my life." "Well, I do like spiders. Always have. And since you spared me from the same fate as those ants, I now owe you a debt." This was nuts. But I just kept going with it. "A debt?" The spider said that for a time he would help me with my carpenter ant problem. Now those little bastards I hate. Every summer they get into my house. The spider told me to go to bed and in the morning he'd show me. The next day I came downstairs and started to walk into the kitchen when I felt something on the bottom of my bare foot. I looked and saw what looked like pieces of ground up black pepper. I wiped them off and then I noticed the tile floor. Hundreds more of them all over the place. I got my magnifying glass out and took a look. They were dead ants. Or more like pieces of dead ants. Heads, thoraxes, and legs scattered about like bodies on a battlefield. "Do you approve, master?" I told the spider I did. It was pure carnage and I did approve. Fuck those ants. As I was sweeping the pieces up I asked the spider if it could take on a bigger job. "I've got this really annoying neighbor." The spider said tomorrow morning he'd show me.